TLB time!
TLB time.
Set review.
Finally, a new set to...
Yeah, we were tired of playing Kaladesh for a long time ago.
Yeah.
And then there was Cube, and then I guess there was some time off and holiday.
Mm-hmm.
But we need something new. Something fresh.
Something new and fresh. And even though this is a combination of Kaladesh, when you will play it, there will just be one Kaladesh pack and two of these.
Yeah, it still opens up a whole new metagame, a whole new draft
and
environment.
Some fun new cards, I would say.
Yeah, it should be. So we are doing as usual when we're doing set reviews before the upcoming pre-release.
Yep.
It's about each color and the colorless. We have 5 commons and 3 uncommons. And I mean, we try to order them 1 to 5 and 1 to 3, but you obviously things could have switched places and whatever.
Exactly.
And we'll see. We usually miss out on something or a broken like combo piece that you don't see, but we'll see if we get there. If you have found something else, just comment and let us know. But we start with white.
Yes.
And we start with 5 commons and we move on to uncommons.
And we will also do some honorable mentions, I guess.
Sometimes we could mention something that could be broken for some reason or whatever. But now it's just starting with the commons.
Number 5, we have Aether Inspector. So it's a 4-mana 2/3 vigilance.
Which is me.
And it's a dwarf, I guess. And an artificer.
Yeah, it has all the creature types.
Yeah. But and this is a new card in a new cycle of cards.
All of them are inspectors.
Yep. And when it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy, and when it attacks, you can pay 2 energy and get a 1/1 colorless servo.
And all of the inspectors has the enter the battlefield of 2 energy, and they have the servo making, but they are obviously different in every other way.
Yes.
And
so I think this one is probably one of the worst.
This is bottom 2 of the inspectors.
Yep.
But it's still fine enough to be number 5 on commons.
It should have been a 2/4, as you said.
Yeah, because it's so late to cast a 4-drop that it might already be trumped by like a 3/3 on the other side.
Yeah.
And then this does stone nothing.
It gives you 2
and white
energy.
doesn't even care much about energy.
No.
So you would have wanted this to be able to attack, even though it doesn't attack for damage, at least you could have gotten the servo.
Yeah.
But moving on. Number 4, we have the Alley Evasion. A 1-mana instant, and it's a modal card where you can choose one between pump something +1/+2 or return a creature you control. Return target creature you control to its owner's hand.
Yep.
So if it was stolen, if it was under a pacifism effect, or you just want to trigger Revolt.
Yeah, that's the key thing, I guess.
It's a cheap way to trigger Revolt, and it's a cheap way to save stuff.
Yeah, it's a combat trick.
So,
cheap combat trick.
And I like, even though, I mean, the modes on their own aren't broken or anything, the possibility to choose is always nice.
Yes.
So it's worth a mention on the top list.
So number 4. And number 3, we have Dawnfeather Eagle. 5-mana 3/3 flying. Not super, I guess, but it's fine.
It's okay.
But when it enters the battlefield, you give +1/+1 to all your creatures and vigilance on the left turn.
Usually, you can have like 4-mana 3/3 ground guys that pump your whole team and stuff like that. Being a flyer, but also giving everything vigilance makes it so you can maybe do a pretty good attack and still have good blockers. So this should be a good common.
Yeah, and you can do shenanigans with it. I mean, you can play it and activate a vehicle for some or something.
Yeah, and curve. I mean, it could be a curve topper in some sort of white-red aggro or something.
Yeah, go
or
wide.
Or it could be okay in like a mid-range deck.
Just a flyer.
Yeah. Maybe it should have had vigilance itself. I don't know, but it's still it's fine. Number 2, then we have Countless Gears Renegade. 1 and a white for 2/2, which is obviously a fine floor.
Yep.
And this is our first Revolt card so far. And white is a color that's either paired with black or green, for example. that could care about this revolt. Thing. And if you have revolt, I mean, you have to have a permanent you control to leave the battlefield the same turn. I mean, it's pretty similar to Morbid, where something should have died. In this case,
yeah, but
I mean, it's close.
It's close
to Morbid,
but it also works when you sacrifice an artifact.
Yeah, the point is you need some sort of setup.
Yeah,
and there are enablers that we will see later as well. But I mean, this could be, even if you cast this on turn 3, where you might have been forced to use 1 mana to do something to trigger revolt, it's still like you cast a fine 3-drop.
Yeah, it's a 2 mana 2/2 with upside.
And those are generally good, and it should be good both in like white, green, black, white, or red, white, for example.
And on number 1, we have a pretty fun card, Caught in the Brights. So you enchant a creature, and it can't attack or block. It can still crew a vehicle, but it's like pacifist.
Yeah, so the revoke privilege said can't crew, so this is the downside of that.
The downside. But when you control a vehicle and attack with a vehicle, you exile the permanent.
So basically it's roadkill.
It's a roadkill.
So obviously much better when you have, because if you don't have vehicles, as you said, they can still crew stuff, and they could bounce their own guy, destroy the enchantment. But this could be like 3 mana, exile something in the right deck.
If you look at Kaladesh, white was usually played with vehicles. White, red.
Yeah, white, red was a lot of vehicle
I guess
stuff.
White, black
could play like sky skiffs and stuff. Yeah, and obviously there are still good vehicles. So this card looks solid. No real, I mean, was it
we had one honorable mention. It's a Conviction.
Because of the revolt enabling.
Yeah, we think revolt is going to be a powerful thing, and for 2 mana you can enchant a creature. +1/+3 is, I guess it's fine for 2 mana.
I don't really.
But the thing is, you can bounce this.
Yeah, you can
pay one white, just white, and you can bounce this to trigger revolt.
So I guess you can have revolt a lot of times. Might be playable in that deck, we'll see, but we didn't put it on the top list for now.
No.
So moving on to uncommon. Number 3 then for white uncommons, we have Deadeye Harpooner. 3 mana 2/2, which is a bit overcosted. But here we have a revolt again, where this time you can destroy target tapped creature. So it needs double setup, I guess.
Yeah, because on curve this is bad. Just play a 3 mana 2/2, that's bad.
Unless like a random 2-drop died or something.
But
if you fetched.
if you just play it on curve without any setup,
then it's bad. So you need this to be like, you want revolt and you want to have a tapped target.
It's double up.
But if you get there, it's not like it's impossible to get there.
No.
And if you get there, I mean, a 2/2 that also kills something is better than like the Fairgrounds Warden. That's a 1/3 that they could get the creature back, for example. But then you didn't need a revolt. Then.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it still looks like it could be good.
Yep. And number 2, we have Airdrop Aeronauts. So this is 5 mana for 4/3 flyer. But if you have revolt, or if something left the battlefield, you also gain 5 life.
Yeah, so I mean, Arborback Stomper was a 5/4 trample that gained 5 life. This can be a 4/3 flyer that give you 5 life.
Yeah.
So, and that late in the game, it should be easier to set it up.
And I think the easiest way, or the most common way to set up revolt is after a combat.
And that was the case for Morbid as well.
Yeah.
Because then it is Morbid, because something left the battlefield because it died.
Yeah, and that only said creature. Morbid is only creature. So, but still, just a 5 mana 4/3 flyer is fine.
It's playable.
Yeah, but if you also gain 5 life, then it's great.
Then it's very good. Then it can be both aggressive and catch you off.
5 life is so much.
Yeah, it's
I remember when you played against Arborback Stomper.
It always felt like you lost.
Yeah. Okay.
And at number 1 we have Thopter Arrest. I mean, it's 2 and a white for exile target creature.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, this they can get back. It's like the Oblivion Ring and Vanishing Light and whatever.
There are some ways to kill enchantment or bounce enchantments, I guess, but still not as easy as like the Fairgrounds.
No, you need. There is a new white one that's like destroy target artifact or enchantment.
Mm-hmm.
There's the old green one and whatever.
Yeah,
but it's.
This will be very good.
It's easier. I mean, if you have an arrest effect, then you can just bounce the creature. Here you have to actually deal with the enchantment.
Yeah.
That's why this is better. And I mean, just exile a creature is great.
Mm-hmm. And we have one, I guess...
I guess we have 2.
Yeah, 2 honorable mentions.
I mean, we can go for the infinite combo, I guess.
Yeah. So first we have the Felidar Guardian, which is 3 and a white for a 1/4 cat beast.
Cat beast.
And when it enters the battlefield, you may exile another target permanent you control, then return it. So
it can be fine even when, I mean, just doing it with a Cloud Blazer or whatever.
Of course, but if you have Sahili Rai,
which you actually can get in this limited format.
Of course. Then you can just make infinite Felidar Guardians.
So maybe you can be blue-red splash white, or you could be white-blue splash red just for Sahili Rai.
Yeah.
For example, I don't know. It's probably better in a constructed environment where you can build around the combo.
I think we're gonna see some sort of Jeskai Sahili Rai combo with this.
I mean, it doesn't win the same. They can still beat it with it wins the same turn.
It wins the same turn.
Yeah, I thought it could beat it with Fumigate.
Haste.
No, yeah, because she says haste. So and the other guy was Restoration Specialist, 2 mana 2/1 that has 1 white and sacrifice. Then you can return up to an artifact and enchantment from your graveyard, and obviously trigger Revolt.
Yeah.
So maybe in a dedicated Revolt deck this could be something.
Yep.
But we'll see. Now we move on to blue.
Yes, see you there.
See you there.
Bye bye.